welcome. Tonight is the first of our story episodes for Control and Burn, our Werewolf the Apocalypse chronicle here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoy the video, even if you don't like the video, please give us a like anyway. I'm being a whore tonight. What can I say? So I have a very special player here tonight because it's their show tonight, and I guess I introduce them. Oh yeah, they're the only one here. So
Oh,
yeah,
hi.
go ahead.
Hi. Apparently, the only time I could be first is when it's my own episode. Hi, I'm Whispers, playing Diana tonight. You're wonderful, just graduated, see, high school senior. Yeah, that's words.
But tonight, yeah, she's just graduated high school. We'll say it's Saturday. And no, you know what? I take that back because we are actually supposed to be using today's date. So yeah, they graduated on a Wednesday, so it's Thursday going into Memorial Day weekend, and yeah, they got a full weekend coming up. And what's Diana want to do with the weekend?
Daina's plan for the weekend, as well as what it was supposed to be today, is packing, studying, preparing for her, first day at Harvard, all that good stuff. Mainly picking up the books and packing. You can never be too prepared.
We'll say she's coming downstairs. She's maybe come down, get a glass of water or something like that, so she can run back upstairs. And her parents are sitting in the kitchen talking with her uncle Donnie. Donnie is a friend of the family. He's actually Diana's a high school track coach. Donnie's kind of a tall, thin guy, kind of curly hair. All sorts of stories about where he's from. You heard he's from Cyprus. You heard he's from Libya. You heard he's from New Jersey. All lots of places. But he's always been there, like most of her, I'd say almost her whole life. And you always hear whispers about him that, well, he might be connected. He's able to get stuff. Let's just put it that way. Stuff that falls off a truck, conveniently and stuff. So, but yeah, when she sees her parents, and her mom's like, Diana, I was told you were invited to a party tonight. You are planning on going, right?
No, Mother, I just finished my 4th test book for my 2nd year to get into law school. So now I plan to finish that chapter, and then I need to finish packing.
Oh, Diana, come on. Just go to a party like a normal kid. I know we pressured you all these years for good grades, but just take a little time off for a change.
Mom, I would take some time off if I had my anxiety meds, which they cannot fill until Monday.
And she kind of looks over at Donnie and goes, I can't help you there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, at that point, she's walked past her mother. She's like in the fridge, grabbing like some Gatorade.
Yeah. Hey, Limey. Low wolf by night.
She grabs that Gatorade and then she'll look at her parents, be like, what's Uncle Donnie doing here? He's not in trouble again?
Nah. He's kind of laughs. He kind of leans back in the chair. He's like, nah, I'm giving you a ride tonight. You're getting a chauffeur. You're going out, girl.
Why do I feel like this was Victoria's doing?
And that's when you hear a knock on the front door, and your parents just laugh, and they're like, we don't know.
There's just a moment where Diana says, coming! And then tries to get out the back door to not have to go to a party.
All right, yeah. So she opens up the back door.
Yep.
Jumps out. Okay. Now what? In the backyard with a fence.
And then she remembers the fence, so she's gonna try and hop. She tries to hop the fence, but it's very loud. She was a track star, not a climber.
All right, if you truly want to try to scale the fence, um, I'm going to need a. She's probably gonna try to pull herself up, I would imagine. A strength and athletics roll.
Okay.
And that difficulty is going to be now. What you're going to do is you're going to click on athletics, and then you're going to choose strength from the list.
And then we're assuming it's a difficulty of 6. Since you
6
said
is
nothing,
fine.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no! In fact, she botched. So she actually just kind of grabbed it and just kind of fell backwards. And as you're laying there on your back, you look up and there's Victoria looking down at you. She's like, "Well, get dressed, get cleaned up. We gotta go."
I am cleaned up.
No, you're not. There's probably dog shit there. Come on, get up.
Fine. I'm assuming her glasses fell off. She fell over.
My glasses. I can't go anywhere without my glasses.
Yeah, she just like kind of move over and feels around for her glasses. We'll put them on. And just goes. Party usually starts later for people. Oh my god, is this a makeover? Are you giving me a makeover? And she tries to escape once again.
She says, actually, Jasmine invited me and said that I should bring you. And they're starting early for something. I don't know. You know, parties don't usually start till like 10 or 11. Only old people go out at 7 o'clock.
I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but that is completely correct.
Well, come on. Let's just. And even if it sucks, we can leave. We can go do something else. I mean, your Uncle Donnie's driving us around. I mean,
if it sucks, we're going to McDonald's. We're buying as much fries and milkshakes as I can swindle out of Uncle Donnie.
Okay, that'll do. Yeah.
No live streaming. Got it.
All right. So yeah, so you we'll kind of speed ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll say she gets she actually finds a dress that she likes, that Victoria approves of, and goes downstairs. Your mom's impressed.
Uh-huh.
You know, and she's like, "All right, well, just be careful and don't." You know, and if you get into trouble, Uncle Donnie will be around. You just call him.
You know, most people's parents say don't get into trouble, but this sounds like you want me to get into trouble.
And they kind of just look at each other and just kind of smile. They're like, not that much trouble.
Mother, I'm not going to be drinking. I can't legally do that till I turn 21.
And they just kind of get, they're like, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
As Daina leaves, but like looks back at her parents and like, I'm not gonna commit trouble.
All right. So Donnie has an Escalade and helps the ladies into the vehicle, and so he's getting the address from Victoria, and yeah, Donnie has a New York accent. I mean, you hear all these stories about he's from different places, but you're like, is that true? Did he maybe just really grow up here, and that's why he has the Bronx accent? You're not quite sure, but yeah, he doesn't really say much. Asks you what kind of music you want to listen to on the way over.
Diana asks for silence as she's just sitting there like twiddling her thumbs. She eventually just like grabs a little curl in her hair and she's like curling it out of nervousness.
He's like, oh man. He's just kind of looking back at you guys, and Victoria's like, no, I want you to play, whatever. And he puts on some obnoxious dance music. And you, about 10, 15 minutes later, you pull up outside of a house. There's only a couple cars there. It's probably, and you were being fashionably late. They told you to come at 7. You're about there 7:30.
Which Diana tried to fight Victoria on.
God, she is tight, isn't she?
Diana was trying to get there at 6:30 on the dot. If you're not 30 minutes early, you're late.
Oh my God.
Didn't expect this time, did you?
No, oh my God. Yeah, so they pull up. You guys get out. Donnie's like, all right, you guys give me a call when you're ready, okay? He's
Yes,
like, oh,
Uncle Donnie.
all right. And he pulls away, and you guys are standing in front of this. It's not as fancy a house as yours is. Yours is nicer. But
I
and
mean,
this
we're
is
Greek.
yeah, this and this girl is Jasmine. You don't really know that well, and to be honest with you, she never was very nice to you.
Hmm. That's fair. As soon as, Donnie leaves, Diana will go into her purse, take off her heels, put on her track shoes.
With spikes? Okay.
No, these are her unspiked ones.
Oh, I was gonna
her
say.
training shoes.
I was gonna say. Okay.
This is when she would train, going around the track instead of, like open wide track. It just goes, yeah, I think I forgot my wallet. And she's gonna try and go the opposite direction.
Victoria just grabs her by the shoulder. She's like, "Come on." She's like, "Come on, let's go." Like I said, if it sucks, you can just text Donnie and he'll be waiting for us when we're ready.
Fine. Diana pulls out her phone and prepares the message.
Victoria kind of pushes you up to the door. She's like, "Come on, knock."
Why do I have to be the one to knock?
Because they're asking for you.
You're the social one.
I know, but I don't know. I don't think they like me.
Well, that's impossible. You have a fine.
And she leans over you and knocks on the door and steps back.
Yeah, Daina was trying to flirt. I was like, oh no, that's too grotesque.
About a minute or two later, door opens up. Kind of a thin girl, African American, braids, and she's like, "Oh hey, Diana, it's nice of you to come. Thanks for coming. Come on in."
I did not come by my own free will. And Diana just walks in after that.
I am a lawyer. There goes the fun. Yeah, and she's like, "Okay, whatever," and kind of steps back to let you in. And then as soon as Victoria starts to come in, she just turns around, slams the door on Victoria. And then she kind of just grabs you by the shoulder. She's like, "Come on,
no, Victoria, no."
She's like, "Just relax, girl. Nothing's wrong."
I will. Nope. Diana's gonna try and get to the door to let Victoria in.
Okay. Yeah. She opens the door and Victoria's standing there, and she's just like, "What?" She has this "what the fuck" look on her face.
I don't think they like you, but they like me.
And Jasmine's like, "All right, whatever. Come on in, both of you. Come on, let's go. Come on. We're having some drinks in the back. Come on."
Non-alcoholic drinks, right?
Yeah, we got Hawaiian punch for you. Jasmine
looks over at Victoria to see if that's code word for something.
Victoria's like, I don't know.
Diana is fully going to follow, and then within her purse, she just goes, "I did bring my alcohol test swabs." And looks at Victoria.
Oh my god. Super nerd. Yeah, Jasmine takes you to the house. It's a very nicely appointed house. Our parents are apparently not home. Takes you into kind of almost like a living room, like in the back. And there's 4 girls waiting there. And you recognize them as Michaela, Amber, Kimberly, and Nicole. And they're all, I kind of think of them almost as clones. They all kind of wear the same hairstyle, the same kind of clothes, but scream they're individuals. But
so who's the Regina George of the group?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you've never really gotten along with any of them. I mean, you kind of known them, but they were always, to you, kind of stuck-up bitches.
Yeah, I said the SOS, don't go, Donnie, get an excuse to get me out of here.
And Jasmine says, "Hey, Victoria, there's some Hawaiian punch in the fridge back in the kitchen. If you want to go help yourself." Victoria's like, Okay.
No, why? Leave. Ah, God damn it, you're gone.
And yep, she's gone.
Hi, girls.
They're like, hey, we don't. And the one girl, Michaela, says, yeah, we never really talked, did we? You didn't really talk to us in high school, did you?
No, I didn't talk to you, but you've called me a fat loser, nerd. You once stole my glasses. One time I swore you would have put me into a locker, and then you realized I am compact, but I am pretty broad, and then you made fun of my broad shoulders for 2 weeks. Shall I keep going? I have everything categorized by date and time.
Well, we knew you were smart, but so anyway, so what are you doing after? I mean, I guess we're done now. What are you going to Yale or something?
No, why would I go to Yale? That's for idiots. I'm going to Harvard.
Oh, excuse us. Well, we wanted to just say thanks for the memories and wanted to give you something to remember us by.
Can I roll that charisma check to control my anxiety now?
I think that would be an excellent idea. I think that would be charisma and maybe performance.
Oh shit, I'm bad at
But you've got four. You've actually got a specialty in charisma, so it's like adding another die to it.
I thought I got especially once I have 4. I would be 3 in charisma.
No, I see you have 4 in charisma. Yeah, you have 4 dots in charisma.
I have 4 in appearance.
Hold on. You know what? I am looking at the wrong sheet. I apologize. Okay, no, that's what I was going. I was going, why are they? I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Okay.
Hi guys, we're live.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking at the wrong sheet. You are correct. Yep, you only have 3 dots in charisma. Yeah, I would still say performance, even though it's basically just 3 dots. Because you were trying to.
Could I argue medicine if she's trying to calm her own anxiety with coping skills?
No, I think performance because she's trying to mask that she's nervous. So
that's true. Okay, let's do performance.
So it's 3. Now that I'm looking at the right sheet, I'm right.
Yeah. None of that. I have good thing. And okay, here we go. Okay, that's one success.
One success. She's maybe not overly shaking. And as you start to say that, that is when the girl Amber gets up and she throws a punch at your face.
Can I try to dodge?
You can try to dodge, yes.
Would that be?
That would be Dex and Dex and athletics. So that's really just. Oh God, you only. How are you in track and field and only have 1 in Dex?
It's stamina. Her stamina actually deals with her running according to the book.
Okay.
So she didn't need Dex. She's not flexible. She's just.
All out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll your stamina and athletics then.
When we use them.
And at worst, to see if she can take a punch. So.
Yeah, I mean, she's dealt with the environment. And luckily, I have you
have a specialty in that. Yeah.
My specialty deals with running with track and field. I don't think I can apply that.
Maybe in the future, maybe dealing with long distance running, that kind of thing. This is something. Yeah, they've just surprised her. Well, let's take a look.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. Yeah, you managed to kind of just pull back a little bit, so she just kind of hits the edge of your chin. And unfortunately, that's when the other 4 girls pounce on you. And they are swinging fists at you. And they push you into the corner. And unfortunately, these girls are just pounding and hitting. and your anxiety is going crazy. You've never been in a fight in your life, have you?
Mhm. No, unless you count like unless you get like the academic league fighting for who's more intelligent.
You hear somebody yell from behind you. You hear, "No, stop it!" And it's Victoria,
Mhm.
and one of the girls yells, "Get that bitch out of here!" While the other four continue to beat on you, and
Mhm.
you're just taking this pounding,
Mhm.
and you've just never been so humiliated
Mhm.
and out of your element,
Mhm.
but something inside you just says, I'm not taking this.
Mhm.
I'm not They're not going to do this to me.
Mhm.
And you emit this growl
Mhm.
as their fists are just hitting you, and you just, yes, and you just start to pull up your shoulders,
Mhm. Mhm.
and that's when something terrible happens.
Mhm.
Your form begins to shift.
Mhm.
We've all seen the werewolf movies when
Mhm.
things are shifting. Basically, that nose becomes a snout. Your form starts to rise. The fists stop coming
Mhm.
as you're almost like an out of body experience at this
Mhm.
point. You're seeing this girl become this white hairy beast,
Mhm.
and the girls begin to stagger backwards, and then a beast stands up.
Mhm.
And describe the beast, please.
Um, so Diana in her normal form is only about like 5'5", like very tight curls. When she's in this form, her hair has like gone to like a pure snow white. It covers her body. It's still curly. Like the little bit of Greek is still in her. Where like her fur is like curly. Um, but we're gonna ignore a wolf with curly hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, she grows from 5'5" to like 6'5". She grows an entire foot
Okay,
when she starts to shift.
okay.
Um, her dress like rips, so
Yeah,
like very, very traditional werewolf movie. It's her
yeah.
bra somehow survives. We're not gonna talk about that one. And then like the little bit of dress like got like stuck like on her fur. She's like a
Mhm.
weird skirt moment going on.
She-Hulk kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
just,
no,
and it's just
She-Hulk. We're not going to question how that's like physically possible with fabric. This is
exactly,
a fantasy game. Uh,
exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess when she enters this forum, she locks eyes with Victoria first
Hmm.
to see
Yeah.
her reaction.
And Victoria is like the girl who's holding Victoria
Uh,
is also, they're both like bugging out, looking at you like, oh,
well, seeing Victoria's reaction, it's probably not the smartest idea. Since Diana's wolf form embodies a lot of her anxiety, she goes into flight mode. She tries to
okay,
run.
okay. She is going to. She's the girls. The four other girls are still around her. So when she goes to get away, her claws slash out. And now that you've changed forms, if you go to your shape change
Uh-huh.
tab, I believe if you click on that,
Mhm.
that's going to tell you now what your adjusted stats are.
Mhm.
So I now want to have you roll strength.
Mhm.
God, well, your strength now should be 4.
Mhm.
Strength and brawl.
Do you
As you
mean melee?
no brawl, because she's like using her claws.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
as
using
she
brawl
basically
too.
just tries to like part the girls and get past them. And this should change your stats for you.
Where is brawl on the character sheet?
That's under talents.
talents.
Yeah.
There is. Let's see. Let's do this.
I wanna
Yeah,
see-
my strength is being registered as a 5 right now. So
Good.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay, good. It does adjust it then.
4 successes.
Nice. As you start to flee, your left claw hits Michaela
Mhm.
and slashes through her throat.
Oh, no,
Your
gross.
right claw grabs Kimberly's face, and your claws dig into her skull as you like push them
Mhm.
to get out.
Mhm.
Nicole was the one holding Victoria,
Mhm.
but you've now like sprinted past them, and now you're running towards Victoria and Nicole.
Yeah, I'm assuming Nicole would move, seeing, a giant creature.
Yeah.
running-
She lets go, and just there is an effect that when humans see a werewolf, that their brains can't process, called delirium. So they're basically, their mind is just pudding at this point. So she just scrambles out of the way, but Victoria is just like,
Yeah,
and she's backing up for you, like.
I think Diana kind of like scoops her up like very gently, like like how a mother wolf would be very gentle with her cub, like very protective, grabs her and just runs out of the building.
Okay.
Like her anxiety is like, get me and my girlfriend out of here.
And she's holding on to Victoria very tight with those claws, because she doesn't know how to understand. She doesn't know how to understand her. She doesn't understand how to control her form yet. So she's and Victoria's not just babbling, about ready to start screaming. You get to the front door. Your paw is trying to grip the
Trying to
handle.
open the door.
Yeah, and open the door and sprint out. And luckily, Uncle Donnie's car is sitting there. And okay, so you come out the front door, and Uncle Donnie steps from the vehicle and looks at you and just kind of smiles. And he's like, "You were the one, huh?"
Hello?
Yeah, because you cannot speak English right now. And he's like, "I'll get you in." He's like, he kind of goes over, opens up the side door. He's like, "We gotta go, girl. Come on. We gotta go now."
Oh yeah, get in there. I put my girlfriend in a chair, and I just kind of look at her in the wolf form, just go, "Woof," be like, "Put your seatbelt on."
And something about this, you actually start to feel yourself start to change. You feel your stuff start, and as you're like kind of squeezing yourself into the car, and he locks the door and takes off driving. And within about a minute, you're back to your normal form. You now have blood all over your hands. You're naked.
Yeah.
And Victoria's just looking at you like. Donnie's driving. He's like, we had bets that it was going to be your cousin Gus.
I'm gonna go to jail. I'm going to jail. I murdered people.
Nah, girl, this is, I got you. This is what I do. I'm family. I'm kin. Well, I'm not your kin. My family's from Egypt, but I got you. Don't worry.
I know this isn't time for a history lesson, but technically Greeks and Egyptians share a bloodline since the early ancient days because they intermingled a lot of the countries and new ancients. But oh my god, I'm going to jail.
No, I got you, but we gotta go. I gotta get you out of town.
Is Victoria gonna be okay?
I don't know. She's seen a lot. And what happened in that house?
Well, if you couldn't tell by a black eye, possibly a broken jaw that hurts to talk, it was kind of, it's beat to death, and then things happened. And...
Oh,
and everything just kind of went blurry, and I couldn't breathe. And then,
All right. He's like grabbing his phone, and you hear him talking to somebody. He's like, "Yeah, I got to clean up for you." He's like, "Yeah, that kind of cleanup, yeah." And he's like, he gives him the address, and he's like, "All right, yeah, I'm good for it. Don't click." He's like, "All right, who are those girls?" And you name them, I guess.
oh, her brain is just still trying to
Yeah,
process
yeah.
what happened, so it's more like, yeah, Regina George.
Oh, and he goes, "Oh, fuck." He goes, "Kimberly's father's a cop." All right, it's gonna get. Oh, he's like, all right. He's like, He's like, I can get you home, but you got to get your stuff, and we're on the road. We got to get you out of town.
But I have to be in Harvard in 3 weeks.
Girl,
What about my ticket?
Girl, you ain't going to Harvard. There's gonna be we got to get you out of town until the heat.
Harvard is out of town, though.
No, you ain't going to Harvard, girl. I'm sorry. A couple people thought you might be one, but you were always so chill and so, I don't know, anal. Nobody ever saw any anger in you, and something snapped.
Well, I had a lot after my nervous breakdown. I've been on anti-anxiety meds for 8 years.
Yeah, well, all right, and he gets you home. He calls first, and your mother comes out with a robe. Comes out. He actually pulls the car like up to the garage. She comes out. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Mom, I killed someone."
I know. You probably did. It's something in the family. It's hard to explain. It's only every couple generations.
I killed someone.
I know.
Yeah, I think after that last time, she like curls into her mother and just starts crying.
Yeah. And she's like, "We'll take care of it. We thought this might be coming, but
Why
I always
could
thought
it have been
it was going to
Gus?
be your cousin. We really thought he was going to be the one, I mean, because
Why
Gus
couldn't he have killed someone?
well, he probably will kill somebody. I mean, he probably already has, but whether
You know
or
what?
not
That
he's
does sound like Gus.
but whether or not he's a wolf or not, she's like, we got to pack a bag for you.
Also, this is like a really weird question, Mom, while we're
Yeah.
just panicking. Why does my hair turn white? I'm not old yet like you.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not. I guess one of them. She says, I don't even know. Uncle Donnie knows that stuff, and he's always talked to your dad about it, and and that's one of the reasons him and Donnie became friends, is because this all comes from your father's side. She kind of says it like blaming him. Like, it's from your father's side, and so that's one reason we've wanted to have Donnie around in case this happened, and it did, because he's done this before. He's helped people who were of the, that. She's like, I don't mean to call you names. I don't even.
We
know
just don't talk about it. Just ignore it.
Yeah, and she's tears are rolling down her face as she's starting to help you pack a bag.
Yeah, she fully packed 99% textbooks, and I feel it's fooling her mother that takes them out and packs actual clothes.
Your mother's like, "No clothes, Diana."
But Mom, I can convince Donnie to let me go to Harvard.
Yeah, she's like, "You're not gonna go to Harvard, honey. It's just not gonna. They say this to me. This sounds like a curse, but and I don't want you to be cursed." Donnie says it's like like a birthright or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait. Is this why you left an entire country? Did Dad do something?
Yeah, Donnie might have helped him out with something. It's a long story. It's a really long story. Just we and you hear like a car horn beep, and that's Donnie's car. She's like, she yells down, just give us a minute.
Yeah, I open my window, like I grab
Fiery.
like a rock that I've kept on my thing, throw it at his car.
And he's like,
I'm not trying to break the window. I'm just like
Hey.
hitting the tire to be like, shut the fuck up.
He's like, hey, what the fuck? Come on, girl, hurry up.
You wanted to see an angry European. You got an angry European. Take your fucking ass up.
Oh, and he's.
Mom, I'm crazy. What is it doing to me?
And he's like, Donnie will get you somewhere safe, and then we can talk.
Do I have to live in the woods?
I don't know what those.
I mean, it's fine if I don't have to talk to people.
I don't know. I don't know. And she kind of grabs you and hugs you, like almost like this I may never see you again kind of hug. She's like, I hope it's not this isn't the last time.
Don't worry, I'll send you emails.
She's like, okay. Gives you a kiss on the head like when you were a kid, and starts heading you downstairs towards the car.
I give a death glare to my dad while saying I love you.
And he just kind of looks down like he can't really even meet your gaze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just that moment where she, like right before she leaves, she looks at Das, being like, tell Gus that this is his fault. I'm coming for his ass.
Level 1 enemy, Gus. All right. So yeah, Donnie gets and he's like, what the fuck did you pack, girl? As he's putting him in the truck.
As he opens it up, one suitcase is closed, the other two are textbooks and studying material.
And as he's loading the car, you see Victoria walk up. She's chilled out a little bit, but she still just has this 1,000-yard stare, like. And then she's just looking at you like, she's like, I don't understand. I don't know what.
Well, dear, they were rich girls. I probably put something in the punch. Everything is fine. I'm just having to leave a bit more earlier to go to Harvard. I'll call you every single night, like we talked about.
And she just kind of collapses into your arms, and she's just bawling.
Diana breaks down and starts crying again.
Donnie's looking at his watch. He's trying not to be a dick.
Donnie gets a death glare.
Yeah.
It's that moment Donnie's like, oh, you were so well behaved. Now look at you death glaring everyone.
And he's like, all right, come on, girls. She's got to go.
Yeah, I'll give Victoria a big passionate kiss and then tell her to just be like, just go inside and my mother will call your mother to pick you up because you're not in the state to drive right now, dear.
All right.
And I better not see a live stream about this.
And Donnie's like, that's right, you kids do that crap now. You're always recording everything. He's like, I'll tell my guy to keep an eye out for that.
Oh, the house definitely had cameras, Uncle Donnie.
All right.
Since I'm a wolf, can I sit in the front seat now, or?
Yeah. he's like, you earned it, kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in the front seat and then just go, So why am I not going to jail for murder? That's a legal law.
A lot of people would say what you did was probably self-defense.
Uh-huh.
In the ways of the people, that was self-defense, but not in the man's world.
My dear, I'm a woman in the year 2023. I know how it is to live in a man's world.
I gotta play some more mellow music now. I just realized dance pop was still going.
Oh yes, drama, dance pop. Well, are you sure about the no Harvard thing?
Positive. We're heading. I know a guy out towards Pittsburgh. We got a whole network of kin to handle these things.
Wonderful. So am I allowed to read while you're driving? Or are you gonna give me like a home speech and I'm not allowed to ignore this?
He's like, actually, I'd prefer you to be quiet.
Okay, cool. She scrumbles in the back and pulls out Harvard Year 2 chemistry textbook and pulls out a pen and clicks it.
Okay. All right, and begins taking some notes and journaling and that kind of thing.
Yeah. She does actually write out an itinerary for the entire visit, entire drive, and hands it to Uncle Donnie.
And that's actually where we're going to kind of go to our last scene. Is just an Escalade leaving New York and heading west. So that was Diana's initiation into the world of the Garou. So I hope you like that. I think she was expecting something a little different.
I'm just like, why is the one character that I was like, oh yeah, they're not gonna have a body count, starts off with a body count?
Most first changes do, unfortunately. It also depends on the circumstances. I knew she needed something to get her out of her shell, and the anxiety thing is going to be a great thing going forward, and that definitely will be something we'll play up. But I needed something to really awaken the beast within her, literally, because she is tough. And she's taken so much that she essentially was taking this beating and was just like, I don't have to take this anymore. I can.
I mean, it really relates to the fact that as a werewolf, she has the gall advantage, which gives her a strong backbone that she doesn't back down.
Yeah.
So that really plays into, like, that's the start of her gall developing.
Yeah.
I will say, I'll just ask you this. I'm playing a responsible, serious character for once. How did you like it?
It was amazing. It was amazing. Like, I what do you mean? I need to be in bed by 9:30. What, will there be alcohol there?
The little dog, like, I brought my alcohol swabs, to clean, and then it's also swabs you can dip into a drink to make sure it's not alcoholic. She's like, I'm responsible.
I would love to see her run into Dr. Shirley.
Dr. Shirley was never sane, let's be honest. She was a psychiatrist in the 1920s.
But yeah, so we'll what we're gonna do is we will have a couple more characters have their first changes coming up this Sunday. We're going to have Alice is going to have her first change. Monday will be Brian's first change. We haven't met yet. We haven't met Brian yet. He wasn't on the session 0. And then next Thursday is Otto. So, and hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Thank you.
We complication of that, like, the more it happens.
And then the plan is, after each character's had their first change, they will be meeting at an undisclosed location to begin their adventures together. But I like to do everyone's first change separately. I kind of don't like starting with, well, you're just this 9-foot superhero with claws. I mean, I like to get into the people's backgrounds and maybe we know a little more about them. So, all right. Well, Anything you want to tell us about more about Diana, kind of before we wrap up?
Oh, sure. So I'll give you guys some Diana family lore. Why not? In Greek lore, I wrote this is the myth of the Tele Tele Teleatus. It is basically the modern version of their last name, which is about a female werewolf who saw injustice within her own village as it was getting taken over, and she became a werewolf to protect her village. That, as if you're a rebellious woman in like 400 AD, has become Diana, the most anxiety-ridden person to ever exist.
And eventually, we'll tell you what tribe she is. I want to have people keep guessing.
Oh, really?
What her
I
tribe
think
is.
it's very obvious at this point.
We'll see. Send your guesses in the meantime on Twitter.
At me at Twitter on like what you think. It's just whispers. Let me know.
Yeah. Send Dis Whispers tweets and say, I think your tribe is this. And
Yeah, send me fan theories. Like, go ahead.
And if you're right, you might get something, or you might not. You might just get, hey, great.
I might like your comment. Who knows?
Exactly.
Depends on the day if I remember Twitter exists.
So, do you have any games coming up, Whispers?
So this Friday on my channel, Data Snakes Complex, we have our first full cast episode of my Call of Cthulhu experience. After that, we're gonna take a main break from the story, and we're moving to the 70s to have a Pride special.
Cool.
Of some spin-off characters, the kids of the original group. We have Sinful Pangea, the last, character one-shot on Monday. In case you want to know what Sinful Pangea is, because I don't talk about it much on this channel, it's what would happen if the 7 deadly sins took over.
Oh, nice.
And then, other than that, let chaos reign, general chaos, and borderline felony should be your life motto.
All right. Awesome. All right. Well, tomorrow night, folks, we have Call Cthulhu Passages over here. So if you're not over at the other channel, well, go to Whisper's channel and watch us on YouTube later. How's that?
I mean, ours is literally at the same time.
Yeah, they're at the same time. So go watch that one live. Watch us. Maybe each week go back and forth. Who knows? Yeah. But and again, I want to thank everybody for watching. These are kind of relatively short sessions, but they're important to the story. So thanks again for everybody watching, and we will see you again on Sunday for Alice's First Change. Good night.
Bye, y'all.